In today's video, we're going to be talking about the latest Detroit Lions news and rumors for you folks today, and one that broke the NFL. And we're going to talk about that relatively early in this show. But before we do that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to that magical number of 100,000 subscribers. We're just a little over 5,000 away. Been on this channel for 7 years. If you ain't sub for dubs. Let's get it. The Lions are traveling to the Washington Commanders on Sunday. It's going to be a 4:25 game. Lions are heavy favorites here. 8.5-point favorites. Total over-unders 49.5. Obviously, the Commanders are the underdogs. And why is this game like this? Why is it that the Lions are such heavy favorites against the Washington Commanders? This one is pretty easy to explain. This is the injuries to the Commanders. And by the way, you can already put at Jaden Daniels. He's didn't practice. He's not playing, obviously. He wrecked his body. But look at this. Their whole team is injured. Their whole team. Scary Terry, he ain't going to play on Sunday. A lot of these guys that didn't practice not playing. I just listening to the head coach. You know, I thought we had some injuries, but the Commanders have what we had last year, 10,000-fold. They are banged up, and I know what it's like to be that because our team was completely thrashed with injuries last year. We were that team, but this one has gotten a lot more than we have. That is for sure, but still, like, they're definitely not making the playoffs, going to the Super Bowl, the Commanders. They're just tore up. They're beat up. But we can't take anyone for granted at this point. We just can't do that. So even though Lions are heavy favorites, it's on the road. Remember, it's on the road. And I tell you what, Marcus Mariota has done decent as a backup. Still got the Lions winning this game. What do you got? Get the Lions winning this game. Put L for Lions, C for Commanders. I do have the Lions winning this game. We haven't lost back-to-back. Commanders are beat up. Lions get the dub here. And then we really focus on the Eagles. Big news here per Dan Campbell. Yes, a player of ours we have been waiting for to potentially return to practice, and that's Miles Frazier. He's returning to practice. They're going to start his 21-day window anytime. There's no training camp, no nothing, so it will be a little bit of a baby fawn at the beginning, and he'll quickly grow. Campbell said on Wednesday via team's official website. It's a little bit like Lions offensive line Christian Mahogany last year. Took a while, but once we got him, he quickly grew into practice. Yep, that's exactly it. So, great that he is able to practice, but he is not going to be on the field any time soon. That's just not going to be the case. Because he's got to practice, he's got to learn, he's got a lot to learn, a long way to go. But getting healthy is good. We lose Christian Mahogany for, all the way till if we were to go to the playoffs. It's a broken leg. You see around probably an 8-week injury. So I would expect somewhere around there. But we need depth. They're going to be switching the offensive line all around. Dan Campbell said that. We get to see, what this offensive line formation is going to be looking like because Graham Glasgow has been struggling at guard. Then you have Mahogany with the injury. Taylor Decker dealing with an injury. Penei Sewell dealing with an injury. Penei Sewell, though, let's be fair. I think he'll be fine. He'll work. He's a beast. But the Taylor Decker one is a little bit different because he's so beat up. He's so beat up. We got what we got. There was no trade at the trade deadline. No reason to talk about it anymore. We got to move forward with the players that we have here. And hopefully these guys, it's a great opportunity for this offensive line because we're going to have missed starters, obviously, versus the Commanders. We're not going to have starters there, right? It's a great opportunity for them to get right a little bit, even though it's going to be a offensive line that's kind of misconjointed. you're going against an inferior team, an inferior defensive line, an inferior defense all around, banged up with injuries and suspensions and all of that. So this is an opportunity to put some of these issues away on the offensive line, and more importantly, to remove the issues on the offense. This is a must for this offensive line. John Morton. If you listen to Amon-Ra St. Brown, he spoke. He explained we underperformed. All of that. So it's a get-right game. We'll see what happens from there. Who do you got winning the game? On Sunday, do you have the Lions winning the game? Put L for Lions. Do you have the Commanders? Put C for Commanders. Give me your thoughts in the comments. Now let's get into some really real news that's actually something that I'd like to talk about here. Marshawn Kneeland was found dead in his home. The reports are it was self-deletion. You know, depression and anxiety is a real thing, folks. And when times are bad, everything in your body tells you to just end this thing. And that's not the route you want to do. Marshawn Kneeland, so young at 24 years old. It's unbelievably sad. And, depression is a real thing. I've been dealing with depression for a long time. And it's something that you got to fight. So we could talk about this really quick because I think this is important. If you're having feelings of removing yourself from this planet, don't. Time is your friend. Time is your friend. Is as bad as you think it is at this moment. If you're going through this, it shall pass. The pain shall pass. It will. Don't ever think that this is the route you have to go. There's people you can talk to. There's family with friends, and if you don't have family, you can call hotlines. Call somebody. It's a serious issue. Back in the day, I'd say even 20 years ago, people would laugh at depression and all that type of stuff, but it's real. And you never want to do that. Never. Never want to get to that point where you think this is the only thing you got left. I've been there. It's horrible. Sometimes everything could just feel like it's the end of the world. It's the worst, but it's not. It will get better. Personal issues, I've talked about personal issues. The lowest points of your life, you still got to fight, right? I was a pretty low spot with my spine. Everything hit me at one time with my spine, friends, family. Alone for 5-6 weeks by myself with nobody, with a bad spine, and nobody would talk, and you just feel like everything is falling and nothing is working right and the world is against you. But just understand that pain shall pass. It will. The bad feeling will pass. The feeling of giving up in the world is against you. It will pass. I could promise you that. Can promise you that. I go to group. We're talking about depression here. I'm going to keep it a buck. I go to group. For veterans, Go to group, talk about the issues. I'm not a coward for saying that. I go to the VA, I go to group, talk about my issues. I got a therapist as well. There's nothing wrong with talking. There's nothing wrong with surrounding yourself with people who understand what it is and how it can affect you and it affects your life. I've had multiple surgeries. I've been banged up, tore my meniscus, shoulder, multiple surgeries, double neck fusion, a surgery inside my body, foot, whatever. Depression is the worst of them all. I would take physical pain over depression any day because depression, it just makes you feel so freaking terrible. Like there is just nothing that is going to be good the rest in life. But that's not the case. But it is a horrible feeling. If you have depression, you have self-deletion thoughts, talk to somebody. Don't want to do this. You know, Kneeland's family is going through hell right now. Prayers up to the family, him. It's sad. It's sad as can be. But if you got that feeling, folks, please reach out to somebody. Please. Rest in peace.